What's up, all you beautiful people? It's your boy, the Vuvuzela. It is Euro action time. That's right. We're taking on 3 games in the Euros. We're taking on Poland, we're taking on Wales, and we're taking on Georgia to progress to the knockout phases of the Euros. Can we do it? Can we bring football home for the first time in England's history to win that Euro? That is the goal. That is the play. In terms of the Liverpool side, I will come in here and there for some transfer news if there is transfer news. Probably not going to be a transfer special this season, I guess. So we'll focus more on the Euros today and probably tomorrow if, we make it all the way through. With that being said, ladies and gents, thanks very much for all the support. Episode 97 today. No, 98 today. That's 98 today. That's right. Tomorrow is 99. And Friday will be episode 100, which we have something very special planned for that episode. I hope you guys will enjoy it. If you want to stay tuned for that, hit subscribe, get notified, tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, and haters. Let's run that intro. What's up, ladies and gents? It is the Euros. It's Euro Action. 3 games up for you today, taking on Poland, Wales, and Georgia, all in the Euros. Funny enough, even in this competition, England have never won it, even in this save. Of course, there's only been 3 since the save started, but best they've ever come. 2021 came second in that epic final in 2021. The 2020 Euros was an interesting one back in the day, in the COVID days, but that is where they sat in 3rd place. So hopefully today, or at least not today, at least in the next 2-3 episodes, we could see England being Euro champions yet again. That is the goal. That is the play. Of course, we've got these 3 games to contend with. Before we get to any Euros action, let's take a look at the Liverpool side. There is some transfers wheeling and dealing at the moment. In fact, only 2. We'll talk about one going out is Ben Ashby. Okay player, 18 years old. He's a striker. Probably never going to fit into our squad considering the striking force that we do have as a striker. He is quite low down the pecking order, and I just don't see him breaking in when you have the likes of Lamine Yamal, Sam Hunt, and Barroso, and Stemkanovic there. It's probably unlikely that Ben Ashby will break into the squad. So 950,000, valued at $1 million. He wanted to go. He wanted to get more experience and a different challenge. So, I mean, in the league, if we look at just at the bottom here, you can't see it behind my head. I'll go to this page. Actually, it was actually better. You can see it here at the bottom next to my head. 44 goals in 64 non-competitive games. 20. He's a good player. He's just not good enough for our squad. And then the other man that we might be bringing in a lot of competition is Gerald Cazor. He was in the Wonder Kids, the 50 top Wonder Kids. I think he was like number 40-something. Scouted him. I like the look of him as a defensive midfielder. This man looks really, really good. I like his attributes. 17 years old, very, very young. We've made a bid for 11.5 million. It is installments. Man United have equaled us. Tottenham, Inter, Benfica, and Real Madrid all in installments as well, and add-ons. They're all in there. Man City, Borussia Dortmund, and Porto all interested in him as well. So we'll keep you up to date on that one. What I'm going to do is just sort of in between. I'm not going to focus too much on the transfers this season or this transfer season because we don't really have a lot of money to spend. I'm more focused on trying to sell players to try and reduce that deficit that we have in the finances. You can check the financials. We're 139 million down. I'd like to make about 140 million in transfers before we can actually look at signing in players. I just need to try and adjust this. There was rumors of a board takeover. Those rumors fell through, so that doesn't really happen. And then another thing I wanted to talk about, Porto, who just Klopp left them to join Tottenham. He won the Champions League. Oh, no, he didn't win the Champions League. I lie. Real Madrid won the Champions League. He was in the finals of the Champions League. He lost 5-3 after extra time. So, yeah, they managed to get all the way there. They have Francisco Luer. He's a good player, isn't he? Much needed centre mid. But yeah, they're pretty much using the similar squad that I had, with the exception of Beedling, Rosas, the two defenders. Obviously, I stole their two main defenders. But yeah, Monsif, a new guy, De Poor, they're literally using the same squad that I had. I literally built the squad up for them. I should have stayed maybe one more season at Porto. I think I could have maybe won the Champions League, but we're not focusing on the past. We're focusing on the here and now. In terms of the players that I have sort of mapped out, not really given numbers and stuff there, but guys that will probably move on this season. There's a few guys here in the reserves that I've brought up from the under-21s. We're probably looking on to move. Guys like Alisson Teshkiran, very good striker, but again, we've got that same situation of, is he better than what we currently have? And if you just compare him to who I think is probably the weakest of the four strikers in Stamkanovic, you can see at 23, he is a lot better, except for the aerial stuff, but I think Stamkanovic is just a slightly better striker than him. So he's someone that might be moving on. Elias Peters, we spent a lot of money on bringing him in here, 20 million. Didn't really perform to his peak. He is a very good striker and probably should be starting ahead of Stamkanovic in terms of just his speed, but everything else is just lacking a little bit in his style. So he might be someone we're looking to get on. Peter Benyuk is another striker that I was looking at getting, but he's just picked up a 3-month injury, so trying to ship him off might be a little bit of a problem. He is actually a very, very good striker. Maybe keep him around. And then other guys, someone like Alec Power here, right winger. Good, not great. 18 years old. Maybe there's potential for him to grow, but unfortunately, we are in the situation now where we need to sort of get players out of the door. And if you can see, he's not going to be an upgrade right now. One guy that I am excited about bringing into the first team and want to give him a little bit more game time is Aaron Diamond here. He looks like he could be very, very good. And it might be the situation where we're forced to sell someone like Radanovic and bring Diamond in to replace him. I think he could be very, very good. He's quick. He's good in the air. Good, decent crossing. He's not that far off Radanovic, and at 18 can still develop quite a little bit. Another striker that I'm a little bit more excited about, and I shouldn't really because on paper he doesn't look good, is Tyson Fisher here, the Australian. Had a good loan spell at Rennes, 11 goals in 24 games. Not a bad little showing from him. Previously at Victor Pleasant, 18 in 28. So he is a goal scorer. And in the world where we do let go of Stamkanovic a little bit of a higher profile, I feel like Tyler Fisher could easily fill in that role. And maybe we look to cash in on the 36 million for Stamkanovic. And then a few other players here and there. Guys like Nestov will probably land up leaving. Kotoxo maybe as well. We do have another left back in the under 18-year-olds that is pretty darn good in Gary Porritt, the English under 21 star. In fact, England international. He's made, or Scottish international, made 9 international appearances for Scotland. He looks like he could potentially fill that role of the backup for Kotoxo. Other guys that we might have to look on to move is the likes of Roshan Byron. Is he ever going to be a first-team player? Probably not, just on the fringe. He was brought in as an extra option. And then another guy that I'm super excited about, who I think is going to be a great little striker, is Gartakos. Of course, we bought him last season from Espanyol, went back to Espanyol, didn't play a single game because he picked up a long-term injury. Did hamper his development a little bit, but I think he could actually be maybe even a little bit better than the likes of Stamkanovic and Barroso with the right little movement. Although 22 years age, don't know if he has much left in development. He was more of a luxury buy last season, one that I probably shouldn't have done, but I did anyway. The rest of the team I'm pretty much hoping to keep as is, especially the starting 11, which we have mapped out here, with the exception of Lamine Yamal. There we go. That is the starting 11. That's the team I'm hoping to keep. And I know there's big wages in that, but wage budget is not really my concern right now. It's more of the fact that getting rid of guys like Nestor, who are 115,000. Tyler Wilson definitely needs to go. We do have Xabi Iglesias, who can step up as the third choice goalkeeper on a much less value. And you know what? There's big money to be made on these guys. 28 million for him. You look at the likes of Sean, 24 million. Kotakso, 41 million. Nestov, 60 million. There's big money to be made. Guys like Paul Smart, 25 million. Never going to make it into the first team as a centre-back. Just not good enough. But anyway, we are not talking Liverpool. We are talking England. We are taking on Poland in the first game. This is the starting 11 that I'm going with. We were going with a flat back 3 that we've been using in the England national team, and it's been very, very good. We're going Gittins in goal, Scarles on the left, Beadling in the centre, Pardew on the right, Livramento coming back into the England squad on that right-hand side, Gray, not Gary, Gray, Dixon, Larkin, Chingozi up front, Hunt and Killerman. I was going to play Bellingham, but he is still currently injured, out for the next 11 days, so he probably won't feature in the group stages. Hopefully can feature in the latter stages. And then the bench looking pretty much solid for us. We are playing in Scotland and Wales, taking on Poland in our first games in the Euro. It's the start. It's the start. This is how we're going to push forward. We're going to the Murrayfield Stadium in Edinburgh. Let's take on Poland. Well, 10 minutes in, we've got the free kick to take by Pardew, rather. Dixon now running forward, looking for Larkin. Good ball through to Larkin. He's got options in the box. He's got Chingozi. Emmanuel Chingozi scores our first Euro goal in the group stages. 1-0 up after 11 minutes against Poland. Feel like the Poland and the Wales games should be, the Georgia games should be easier of the 3 games, but that was a good finish from Chingozi, wasn't it? That's the type of finish you love to see any day of the week. Of course, our player Bolik was actually in the Polish team until he picked up that injury in a friendly. By the way, Gray now cutting inside from the long throw. Gray takes the shot, took a wicked little deflection. The Aston Villa man himself puts us 2-0 up, and he's the type of player that I would love to have in the Liverpool squad. But unfortunately, 100 million is a little bit out of my pricing range at the moment. But Gray. Now, why I keep calling him Gary? He's not Gary. He's Gray. He's definitely Gray. And it is now 2-0 up in. And Gray again with another long throw to Pardew. Gets fouled in the box. Referee says it was clean. Poland breakaway now, keeping it in play from Chupata to Legorski. And Rajik to Kaminski. Morgan. Zelwinski. This is a good counterattack from Poland. And in the end, it is put over Gittins' goal. Not the best counter-attack. Well, it was a good counter-attack to start off with, but not the best finishing from the Polish left winger in Zawinski. And I'm going to just say it now because I've already butchered some of the names. I apologize for some of the pronunciations of these Polish players. They're a little bit tricky for someone like me. Larkin is taking a huge knock in this one. I'm going to have to take him off at halftime. I don't really want to, but there's still a lot of football in the Euros. Max Saylor can come on elsewhere. Killiman hasn't been playing well. Craig Laycock come on as well. We'll make 2 swaps at halftime. No, it's not ideal, but I think Killiman also just recovering from injury, coming back in. Larkin's coming back from injury. Dixon coming from a minor knock as well. Livramento coming from a knock. We've got Bellingham injured. There's a few players that are coming back from knocks from the season. Didn't give me the option to replace Bellingham because he was out for 3 weeks. But anyway, Saylor coming through now. Running through the... Oh, look at that. Saylor's so good at keeping the ball at his feet. And the cross in the end was quite poor from Saylor. But a good initial run. But it has now left us a little bit open at the back. But we've gotten our players back to sort of hold off the slaughter. Morgan is cut through. Morgan takes the shot. Daniel Morgan with the goal. Plays for Tottenham. The young Pole, under 21 Tottenham team. Maybe we'll see him in the Premier League next season. That was a good finish from him, though. Good turning. Who was that? That was Beadling. Just turning him around there, the Porto man. And a good finish from the Pole to put them a little bit more in touching distance and a little bit more on the nervy side for this England squad. They've been a little bit more aggressive than us. I'm going to make some swaps. Livramento on the right hasn't been great. We're going to bring on Dan Sutton. Good young player in Dan Sutton. Plays for Chelsea on the regular. Good winger. A wing back, rather. Can play winger as well. And then elsewhere, who's not playing great? Dixon not playing great. We're going to bring on Ethan Newari coming in there, the Newcastle man, just to give him a little bit of extra oomph going forward as that regista role. Kind of brought him in to be the backup to Bellingham and have Chingozi play as the regista. But I like Chingozi up front, and Sutton almost making an immediate impact. You know, we can actually do that. But Chingozi is playing so well as the attacking midfielder. I'm just going to leave him with Skulls. Looking for Nuari. He's cut in back to Skulls. Back to Nuari. Looking to try and break through. He runs around the defense, takes the chance. And Tobias with a good save there, preventing the third goal. Chingozi with the corner now. Launches in, looking for Pardew. Hits. I think the keeper actually got a save to that. I don't think he hit the crossbar. Try it again. Nuari this time. Going to step forward. Going to go short to Hunt. Who launches to the back post, looking for Pardew. And again, the defense manages to stay strong. Sutton! Well, he's not known for his shooting from distance. Known for his crossing, though, which is good. Gray with the long throw. It's been causing a little bit of problems for the Polish team. Pardew is running through. Pardew takes the shot. And again, Pardew not known for his shooting ability, rather his defensive work, which has been great for England. And now he's given away the ball. Kowinski, Sutton with his blue headband gets it back. Pardew, of course, plays his trade at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Sailor now goes back to Scorrels. Looking for options. Finds Chingozi, Gray, Hunt. Sutton can't get to it, but he does well, and he's trying to beat the defender back for the second opportunity. Defense does well to recover, but the keeper gives it away to Gray. And now Nuari over the top, looking for Laycock. Craig Laycock takes the shot, and a good initial save from the goalkeeper, Chingozi. Of course, this is the Craig Laycock who plays at West Ham, not the one from Man City. There's two of them with the exact same name. But Chingozi now cuts inside, trying to pull the trigger, couldn't pull the trigger. And that's going to be the end of that. We're looking a little bit better in the second half. I won't lie. We are looking a little bit more structured, a little bit more movement in our team. But again, if I think we're playing the likes of Wales, might be a little bit more of a challenge, especially in that midfield. Although we should be winning this group, and we should be winning this game, which we have. 2-1, not the greatest display from the England team, but a win is a win, and I'll take it. But a few days to rest up. We take on Wales next. And it's a good way to build up the victory. Build up. Nuari does well. Gray shines as well. Like I said, we've got Wales coming up. We'll get to that Wales game in a bit. Let me rest up these players. Right, guys, we're back for the Wales game. Taking on Wales in their home ground, I'm guessing. I don't actually look where the game is, but only one change. Sailor coming in to replace Larkin, who did pick up a knock, not 100% fit. A couple of other guys struggling a little bit for their conditioning, but it should be fine. Jude Bellingham still injured. He'll be back after the Georgia game. Going to Wales. Where are we playing? We're playing in Cardiff. Probably Cardiff, right? That's where Wales play, in Millennium Stadium. Does it still exist, the Millennium Stadium? We'll find out. I don't know. We're playing in Cardiff at the Cardiff Community Stadium. So there we go, taking on Wales. Wales won their first game as well. They convincingly beat Georgia 3-0. They also then lost to Poland 1-0. So that effectively means Georgia are out of the competition. A win here could pretty much guarantee us a spot in the next round. We've got to beat Wales. It's going to be a tough game. Luke Harris here, he is probably their star player. He is very good. Plays for Olympiacos. He was a guy that I once upon a time wanted to sign, I think for Thun, and I think also for Porto a little bit. Did want to sign him. He looked like a good player. He just wanted a lot of money back then. Can I imagine what he wants nowadays? But We need to start strong. We are taking Wales and their home ground. It's always a tough one. England-Wales, good rivalry, good solid rivalry. I mean, it's literally on the same piece of land, to be honest. And Wales starting off brighter of the two with Locke going to Jones. Good ball over cross, but to no one really. Scholes will clean that up. Scholes sort of cementing himself as that left-handed side centre-back. Sailor, he's got a point to prove. Dixon was a bit quiet in the previous game. Scholes looking to try and find Hunt. Gets Hunt through. Chingozi hits the crossbar. And if Chingozi keeps performing the way he is performing, the likes of Jude Bellingham probably won't make it into the squad. Chingozi has been that instrumental so far. He's scored a goal already. Make a proper little statement. The corner comes to nothing. Gray will pick up the pieces. But in the interim now, will Wales have a throw-in? And they're going all the way back to Price, who I did try and make an offer for in the summer. Well, I was going to make an offer for him, but then realized that he's just not as good as the current defenders we have in the squad. And again, if I'm going to sign anybody for Liverpool, it's going to be an upgrade on what we currently have. I'm not really looking at bringing players in for the future, saying that I try to sign a Belgian player who incidentally chose Real Madrid over us. I'm not really surprised about that one. But Wales now pushing forward. Me digressing. Phil Amos puts the ball in the net. I think that was offside. I didn't see the linesman if he raised his flag. The players aren't really celebrating. They are now, and it is going to be a goal. It is a goal indeed. It was a good little finisher. Harris, the catalyst rather for that. It was a good little ball back into him and then cuts inside. Yeah, he was onside, Harris. I thought Harris was the one that was offside, but clearly VAR thought otherwise. And as it stands now, we drop down to second place. 3 points behind Wales, which means the Georgia game will be all more important for us to do well in. Hunt now trying to reclaim that deficit. Gray back to Hunt, back to Chingozi, takes a shot. Dixon with the little sneaky header. Davies saw that very late, and I don't think he would have gotten to cover that if it was on target. Very, very good little play there from us, and good response is what you always need in these type of games. I didn't want to underestimate Wales. They are a very, very good team, and if we can just find our stride a little bit better. They're playing with two Mazzalas, which is quite interesting. Our tactic does allow us to expose that a little bit, and having the two Mazzalas allowing the defensive mid and defenders, and Chingozi gives away a penalty. Taking out Harris, that was, I think that is a penalty. I don't think anything different of it. Yeah, it's going to be a penalty, and it is going to be an opportunity for Wales to take a 2-0 lead. Johnson steps up. Gittins gets in. Good save from Gittins. That's what you love to see. Great little save there from Gittins. And the resulting corner is pushed away by Chingozi and beat in the end. Gives us a little bit of a lifeline, I think, that penalty save. Johnson a little bit disappointed that he couldn't finish that. We need to do something. Is this tactic working, or should we switch to the Porto system that I have? You know what? I'm going to switch to this. I think I'm going to. It's a little bit more forward thinking, a little bit more attacking. In terms of substitutes, I'm going to sacrifice Scholes. We don't really have many wingers to speak of. Nwari can come in on the left-hand side. Chingozi can play on the right. I'll keep him in there. We'll just make that one swap for now. Dixon and Gray are perfect in that position. Livramento, Sailor, Beding, all good. Hunt as the complete forward with Killerman up front should be good. I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch it to this one. It gives us a little bit more attacking movement, and the other tactic is more focused on defending and hitting on counterattacks, and at the moment, we just can't defend. We need to go forward. We need to try and push. We need to find as many opportunities as we can. Livramento finding Pardew. Back to Livramento. Good running down that wing as a fullback, looking for Kellerman. Can't pick up him. Picks up Dixon, though, with a long-range effort. That's twice Dixon has come very agonizingly close to getting us that goal, that equalizer that we desperately so need. Couple minutes in, going to make some swaps. Ngozi looking super tired out on that right-hand side. I'm going to move Killerman there. And then I'm going to bring on Craig Laycott to play as the advance forward. I'll swear, Killerman's not actually playing well, so maybe he does a little bit better as that inside forward on support. I'll swear, Archie Gray looking super tired out there. Stacey can come on. No, it's Stacey. Let's go with Mooney. Let's go with the Liverpool midfield with Mooney and Dixon playing there. Defensively, Beadling has not been great. He is a little bit more fit than the others, though. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Taking Beadling off, and I'm bringing on John. You know, I'm bringing on Pratley. Pratley's a good centre back. Let's try that. At what point do I start pushing more forward? Maybe switching Dixon to a more advanced role. Get him a little bit more into the game. What do we do? Not creating anything in this game. We've just been struggling. You know what? Dixon move more forward. Go into that Mazzala role. Mooney come forward as well. Some players that deep lying playmaker would be actually good for this, just to get more bodies forward. Switch Nuari to attack. Switch Killerman to attack. Let's try and push a little bit more on this Welsh team. I feel like we have a goal in us. Nuari from the corner. Goes short to Hunt. Back to Nuari. He's gone a little bit over on the pass, but Nuari's found him some space, and Davies gets the hand to it. I'm going to go for the same corner routine. I feel like they are going to go. They're going to go to Hunt. Back to Nuari. No, Hunt this time crosses in, trying to find the head of Killerman. Couldn't find the head of Killerman. We are struggling. We are desperately looking for that goal. Hunt has picked up a knock. He's having such a good game, but he's so tired. Josh Phillips come in there. Killerman also not playing great. Sutton. Oh, we don't have any more. It's only 5 subs. Ah. Okay, well, that's the last sub. Let's bring on fresh legs in the last 6 minutes to try and break this deadlock that Wales have put on us. We've taken 14 shots, 7 on target. We're just not producing anything in this game. 1 minute left. Can we do something here? Laycock, Sailor, Pratley. Goes all the way back to Gittins. Pardew, Pratley. The home advantage for Wales. They are definitely utilizing that. Killerman over to Laycock. Takes it down. Craig Laycock coming off the bench and puts that in the back of the net. You know what? That's what football's all about. Mooney here brings it across to Killerman. One time over the top. Craig Laycock broke the defense line. And a beautiful finish. He's been instrumental in coming off the bench. And Craig Laycock picks up that goal. It's a lifeline. It really, really is a lifeline. That missed penalty from Johnson, probably our saving grace in this one. Somehow we managed to scrape through a 1-1 draw. It does mean we stay second, though, because of the goal difference. But it does mean we play Georgia in our last game. A game we have to win. No doubt about that. We'll come back in 3 days for that one. Yeah, we're back, ladies and gents. And a different-looking England team starting the game against Georgia. I think it's a good opportunity to give some of the other guys a bit of a run. We are going for the 4-2-2-2 formation with the wide wingers. I feel like it's a little bit better suited for the team right now, for what we need. We need to play a little bit more defensively. I can go to the 3 at the back. So Sutton is going to start off on the right-hand side ahead of Livramento. He's a little bit tired, still coming back from injury. Pratley and Jackson are going to go into the defense. I like Jackson. I really, really like Jackson. I think he could potentially be a really, really good centre-back for England long-term. So hopefully he can have something. Larkin coming back on the left-hand side. Archie Gray and Stacey continuing in the midfield. Well, Stacey not continuing. He's going to be dropped for Dixon. Looking a little bit tired out there. I was thinking of bringing Mooney for Gray, but I'm going to leave Gray on. I need that sort of creativity in the midfield that Archie Gray does give us. And then on the right-hand side, Killerman and Nuari will be there on the right and left. And then up front, we're going with Jack Serres and Craig Laycock. Hunt did pick up a slight knock. He was only out for 1 day, but I just want to rest him. So he's not even going to feature on the bench today. And then, like I said, Bellingham will be back for the knockout phases if we beat Georgia, that is. We are taking on Georgia. They haven't won a game in the group stages, which is good for us. It puts us in a good position to really going for it. We are playing at the Ryan Giggs Park in Wrexham, which is a very interesting thing. Enzo Maresca is the manager for Georgia. That's interesting. They don't have Cardiff. Prashkovelli, I think he's probably retired by now. But anyway, we're taking on Georgia. It is a big, big game for us. It's a game that we have to win. We really, really need to win this game. It's a must-win for us if we want to continue in the Euros. Poland and Wales playing at the same time. Ideally, if we don't pick up a victory, Wales need to beat Poland, and then we can still qualify in second place. Seres takes a long-range effort, and Mamadashvili gets a good save. Well, he actually didn't touch that ball, but I thought he did save it. He's still playing, Mamadashvili. He must be in his 30s, 35 years old, playing for Al-Shabaab. He moved from Valencia for free to... That is absolutely shocking. He is such a good goalkeeper. They've got him for next to nothing. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy. But anyway, we've taken the first attempt at shot. And, I mean, it's not been plain sailing, has it? There's going to be another highlight with Laycock now taking from the Larkin throw. Stacey back to Larkin, trying to push forward. Nwari cuts inside to Killiman. Looking for options. Killiman tried to do the cross. Took one touch too many, I feel, there. And it does go out for a corner. Nwanri. There we go. Got the name right. And Jackson with a little looping header. Mamish just really had it covered, I think. It did hit the crossbar in the end. But 30 minutes in, and Wales and Poland are still 0-0. We're still 0-0. As it stands, us and Wales will go through. But we need a goal here, guys. I don't want to lay it down to fate. I don't want to be a draw or a loss here. We need to win. That's a good tackle from Seres, and Laycock, who's been on good goal-scoring form lately, just puts that wide of the target. And it must be something said, and our finishing hasn't been great this campaign. But here comes Laycock again now, looking for options in the box. Goes all the way back to Sutton, back to Killiman, looking for Nwari. Ethan Nwari scores a cracker of a goal as the inside forward. You love to see that just before halftime. I thought we had lost the opportunity here when Laycock went all the way back to Sutton. It wasn't a great pass, but a good ball in for Killiman. And Nunari with a brilliant little volley. Nothing Mamadashvili could do about that one. That is the deadlock that breaks it. Wales are just getting injured. Look at that. 3 injuries for Wales, but we are currently leading, not convincingly, though. I'm expecting a little bit better. I'm disappointed. I'm going to try and fire these guys up to do a little bit better. There is a kickoff highlight, rather, at the start of the half. Gray trying to look for options, finds Killiman, cutting inside. Munari goes into Laycock, can't find Laycock, and they will clear the danger for now with Jackson recovering the ball. Looking for Gray. Finds Killiman. Good ball through to Laycock. Laycock takes the shot and again pulls it wide. Laycock's taken a couple of good chances in there, and I think with more clinical finishing, we should have been maybe about 3-4-0 up even. Pratley now trying to push forward again for England. Gray finding Nuarni. He's got Larkin ahead of him. Larkin cuts back inside, looking for to create space. Laycock, I feel, was offside there. I'm not even going to celebrate that. I think he was quite offside. He did finish it, though, so at least he finishes once every third shot. But yeah, I feel like he was miles offside there. I think you can see from that moment, yeah, all the defender at the top almost played him onside. But in the end, I did think he was offside. The Wales-Poland game has been a bit of a grudge match. There are 4 injuries in that game. That is crazy. Pratley now moving forward with Sutton. He's got options ahead of him with Killiman. He's playing quite well on that right. Laycock this time puts it in. I think that might be offside again. Can he only finish when he's offside? Seems like it. And that's in, though. Oh, he wasn't offside. Okay. All right. Well done, Laycock. Beat that offside trap eventually. Thought he was a little bit offside there. Oh, I don't know. Was he in line with the ball? The Georgian defense just not respond? Oh, I think he was offside. I think VAR got that one wrong. I'm not going to say anything. We are leading 2-0, and that's a lot better. Now Georgia pushing forward again, and they've pulled one back. Boris, right off the kick-on highlight, scores that. Schistruli, I think that's how you say his name. I'm disappointed in that one. We scored a goal, and the response from Georgia there was just brilliant there. Good ball in. Defense caught napping. Who was that? Not Larkin. One next to Jackson. Jackson was caught a little bit napping there. Didn't spot the run. Not ideal that they've pulled one back. Elsewhere, though, Poland on the verge of knocking Wales out. Ooh, that's not good. We're going to make some swaps, though. Guys are looking a little bit tired. Kinnaman is playing so well, though. He's looking tired. You know, Archie Gray is very tired. We'll take him off. I am going to take off Kinnaman. I'm going to bring on Chingozi on that right-hand side. Sarah's not playing great. Josh Phillips can have another run as this complete forward. Elsewhere, everybody else is doing all right. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Pratley can come off for Pardew. We'll just give him a little bit more solidity at the back. Stacey not having the best of games either as the regista. But Larkin now with the throw-in. Going long, looking for Mooney. Finds Mooney. Nuarni couldn't get the ball in. Chingozi now pulls the trigger. And he gives you that explosiveness that you need as an inside forward. Nice little pull around and shoot tactic, which he's done a lot, even for Liverpool. A lot of his goals have been from set pieces. Phillips now with the free kick. Goes deep, looking for Stacey. Couldn't find Stacey. Finds Mooney instead. Trying to pull the trigger. Josh Phillips with a brilliant little finish. And 2-goal cushion restored there. Took the free kick, Josh. Stacey couldn't get the header in. Was cleared out there. But Mooney did so well not to shoot there and find Phillips in a little bit of space. And Mamadashvili had no opportunity to save that. That was just clinical finishing from Phillips. Going to make another quick swap. Nunarni looking very tired on that left-hand side. Picked up an injury as well, which I don't like. In terms of left-sided players, I don't really have much. I can bring in Max Saylor to play in that position. He can play there. Let's give Max Saylor a run at inside forward. Let's see how that pans out a little bit. Just to give a little bit more oomph up front. Nuari has picked up a knock, which isn't great because we don't really have many left-sided players. And if that's a long-term injury, then Saylor might have to play there a little bit more full-time. We've picked up the victory. We're through to the next round. Things you love to absolutely see. We go through top of the table. Oh, we go second. Wales scored in the last 2 minutes, in the last 4 minutes of the game. We go through in third place, which isn't ideal, I guess. We qualify for the second round either way. And in terms of who we're going to take on, let's see who we're going to take on. Well, there we have it, ladies and gents. We've been drawn to play against Norway. Winner of that will play either Belgium or Croatia, and then potentially an Italy, Spain, France in the semi-finals. That is how we're going to line up. We'll come back. We're going to do all 3 games if we make it all the way through in the next episode. We'll see you guys then. Well, there you have it, folks. Not the most convincing performance from the England team. The shift in tactic, I think, helped quite a bit, especially in that Georgia game. We saw a little bit more attacking flair. Unfortunately, our finishing let us down there a little bit. The defense, their goal was a little bit interesting, but it helped a lot. We are in the knockout phases. That's coming through tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoy everything. Thank you very much for the support. Leave a comment or two. Hit that like button. Your boy, the Vuslap, is out of here. Peace. Chicken grease.